Did you know that 97% of women in the world choose a man as a partner depending on how good he is in bed? According to statistics, 80% of women are anorgasmic, that is, they have never experienced an orgasm in their lives. For the vast majority of women, sex starts before sex, so don't just focus on getting her on all fours, think about how to stimulate her before. 85% of couples in the United States don't have sexual conversation about what the other person likes, and so they end up getting bored with sex. During orgasm, the woman releases the famous and previous hormone endorphin, known as the happiness hormone. It also helps to relieve physical and emotional pain. Female ejaculations, or better known as squirt, is not an urban legend. Many women claim to have experienced this while masturbating, not with a man. Women are slower to climax. Unlike men, they need at least 15 minutes of correct stimulation. Studies have found that masturbation in women can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Frequent sex and orgasms are not prescribed by doctors, but they act directly on the immune system, strengthening it. Orgasm in women begins in the brain. It's no use for the man to be trying his best if the woman is thinking about what to do tomorrow and not focusing on now. A university study from Indiana found that the use of condoms does not affect the production of orgasms. There are no excuses for using condoms and being vulnerable to STDs. The side of the brain that is activated during orgasm is also activated when women have food cravings. If your wife always remembers things from the past in maximum details, don't worry, it's normal woman to have a better memory capacity. The clitoris contains 9,000 sensitive nerve endings, twice the number of nerve endings in the penis. A clitoral orgasm can cause 5 to 15 contractions and can last 10 to 30 seconds. After menopause, the clitoris can be 2.5 times larger than when the same woman was a teenager. If you want to address the clitoris, labia and vagina together, vulva is the umbrella term. Some women like to be touched gently and others like a lot more sexualization. No wonder some women have stronger orgasms in their midlife and 50s. Women have two erogenous zones, the G-spot and the opening of the cervix. People have all kinds of nicknames for the clitoris: the canoe man, the rosebud, and the bell of joy. I've also heard chickpeas and lentils. Nerve endings are distributed differently in each woman's vagina, like a snowflake. Women reach the peak of pleasure with masturbation, instead of penetration, because in good masturbation, you can stimulate the clitoris. Every woman is unique in the sense that her never-ending are distributed, in her genitals differently than any other. We automatically go after people who smell good and are more attractive. Being well hydrated leads to better orgasms, as the body is mostly liquid. In England, 90% of adults admitted to having some form of sexual interaction in the office. Being tied up increases a person's ability to reach orgasm. Ginger stimulates feelings of excitement, gets your heart rate up, gets your blood flowing, and gets you excited for the night ahead. One study found that good sex activates the region of the brain associated with passion. There are some foods that increase sexual desire. One of them is raspberry. An Italian study found that women who are apples experienced increased lubrication and sexual function, boosting the libido. Condoms stored in wallets for more than a month are more likely to break. The vagina averages 3 to 4 centimeters in length but can expand by 200% when sexually aroused. Like the ear and nose, the clitoris never stops growing. In your 30s is 4 times bigger than it actually is. Pumpkin smell is able to stimulate blood flow, helping with erection. Last year at least 600 people in the United States had to go to an emergency room after being hanged as a result of sexual practice. Men under 40 take about 10 seconds without getting an erection. 30% of people under 40 consult their social media right after having sex. 20% of people under 35 use their cell phones during sex. Having sex after going to the gym is a good idea. Exercise increases blood flow to the genital area and increases testosterone levels. 7 out of 10 women date men they meet online, and admit to regretting it. Drinking or eating something sweet before having oral sex will help you have a smoother tongue, which will be more pleasurable for her or him. Licking a woman's vagina while you have your fingers in the entrance to her anus speeds up her orgasm, as the first few inches of her anus have nerve endings. Women love these positions to reach orgasm over the side and all fours. Greece is the most sexual place in the world. A woman's emotional state can become unstable when engaging in daytime sexual activities. According to psychology studies, women typically require only 8 to 15 minutes to experience sexual satisfaction. In comparison to young and unmarried women, married women tend to display a heightened desire for intimacy. Women who do not conceal their chests in front of men are often perceived as highly attractive.